sounds so different in the headphones. Welcome to the mac and cheese bar. I can just do this for hours. Welcome to the jungle. Hello.
Hello.
Caesar Sunday fam. Welcome back.
Guys, happy happy National Caesar Sunday. Woo!
Bam, baby.
And this is why we do it.
May 20th. We are doing our podcast on a special day today for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Shout out to whoever, we should know who made National Caesar Sunday.
Good question.
Yeah.
What's the history on that? Who invented National Caesar Sunday?
Guys, if you didn't have a
Bartender Walter Chell?
Shoot. If you didn't have a
Chell.
seriously,
CC?
everything aligns. Everything aligns with us. But guys, if you didn't have a Caesar today, what are you doing?
You're effing up. Figure it out. You
Are you Canadian or no?
You still got a couple hours.
Are you Canadian or no? If you're in BC, okay, you got a ton of time. But yo, in Ontario, like clocks are ticking.
The LCBO has a whole panel just for Caesar Day, so
Do they?
yeah. The end
Fucking
caps. The end caps are all dedicated to Caesars and whatnot.
Okay.
They know
love
what's
it.
up.
Love it. Okay, so guys, we got sent this box.
We got sent
in
a
the mail.
beautiful package, and we are so excited because it's our first ever, and I'll remember this to the day I die.
Yeah, seriously.
We think it's like, what do they call it? Like a PR package? Like
Yeah.
so official, influencers getting up there in
I
the
know.
world.
Okay, so we got this in the mail, and we were like, oh, okay,
Who's it
expedited
from?
parcel. And it's to Caesar Sunday Podcast. Excuse me.
That's so friggin' official.
And I think we should open it, and it's so fitting to open it on Caesar Sunday.
We wanted to open
or
it-
National Caesar Day.
We wanted to open it together. It's like there's a thing here and then a thing here.
Yeah,
So,
it's tricky.
we're super stoked.
Yeah.
We have an idea of,
Yeah.
of where it may be from.
Yeah.
The label is not obvious. Or
No. So it's kind of like a surprise package, and that's even better. And I've been thinking about it for like 24 hours. Oh my
It's
god!
like Christmas. I
And
can't
the
see it.
stuffing. There's stuffing in
No!
it. There's stuffing in it. Okay, can we throw it up in the air?
It's so pretty.
Can we open up?
Ready?
Throw it up.
Damn, there's so many!
Oh my god!
There's so many!
It's Life Raft! Life Raft!
Life
Shout out to you guys. Are you serious? Thank you so much.
Dude, there's like so many in
Oh
here.
my god. Okay, guys. So we shouted out. We actually went to hell and back to find Life Raft. Thank you so much. Was that in my hair? We went to hell and back to find Life Raft at like a few LCBOs, and we eventually found them when we tested them on this podcast, and they were so freaking good.
Oh my god, yeah.
So the key like points we had to make: 75% less sodium, which is like fucking so good for you, vegan.
Yep.
4.5 alcohol, so it's gonna get you buzzed.
Yep.
And it's like low calories too. It's like 100 calories.
And she's gonna fill up our cup here, which we got ready because we
So-
did have the feeling
so
this was it.
I just want to count like probably 15.
Probably
Life
50.
Rafts, maybe 50. So, guys, do you think we can finish all 50 on this podcast tonight? Just kidding, but
The
I'm
Caesar
not
Olympics.
kidding.
The Caesar Olympics, not the beer Olympics.
Sorry, there's just so much fluff in here. I just want to keep going. Guys, I'm so pumped.
Hold it up. Hold it up to the camera.
Okay, guys.
Good idea.
Life Raft.
Are you
Guys,
freaking
can
kidding
you
me?
See this?
There's so many in there.
Life Raft is Iconic Brewing Co. Thank you so much, guys.
We love you.
This means the frickin' world, and like we love Caesars.
Number one.
Today is National Caesar Day. Can you get any more fired up for like what's
Cheers
going
me.
on
Cheers
right now?
me. And then we'll crack her in the glass there.
Love
Cheers,
you,
bud.
love you, and love Life Raft.
Life Raft saved National Caesar Day.
Thank you so much. And again, the pour is like
It's a perfect tall glass pour. Look at that.
Oh my God, hi.
Right to the rim.
I know. Okay, so do you want to take the box down?
Yeah, we can take the box
Okay,
down.
okay.
I'm just going to keep staring at it, though, because
I know,
it's so
I know.
beautiful.
I know, guys, you'll see me, like, occasionally, like, reach down, and when I'm reaching down, I'm grabbing another life raft. And that's what's happening today. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and shout out to Life Raft.
Keep this here for decoration.
Yeah, decor. Okay, Life Raft, thank you so much for the Caesars, and thank you for the decor.
I'm going to reuse this
I know, I
for
was gonna
someone's
say,
birthday.
I was gonna say, yo, this is beautiful. If you guys cut all this like yourself, god damn it, it's a beautiful thing. Okay, I'm excited to have my first sip.
I got a celery leaf. A little
it really
extra.
is that freaking good though, eh? Okay,
Fresh, light, crisp, spicy.
okay.
We could write you a jingle if you wanted to, Life Raft.
I mean,
Crisp, light, spicy.
75% less sodium. It's good for your heart,
Ba-dum,
and it's
bum,
also
bum.
vegan. There's no what's that fish?
Clams.
There's no clams, and it's only 2 grams of sugar, so it's really good for you.
Really, really good.
And yo, this on ice. Damn.
Oh, you're just loaded up in all the good stuff here.
Yeah, because I was really excited. Okay.
So what we did want to start off our podcast with was, have you ever heard of Cameo?
I have.
You have. Have you ever
Yes.
been on it?
I've never been on Cameo. You know, like Cameo and Vine, I was kind of like slow to come with. But
Really?
I see like Cameo stuff on Instagram, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. Like I see like a lot of like reality TV stars doing it, and celebs, and
There's a lot of random
yeah.
people on there.
Okay. Tell
So-
me about it.
So you haven't been on there too much, but
No.
I've bought a Cameo for someone.
Yeah. Okay. Who have you? For what happened? Who would you buy it for?
So I bought the actor Stephen Anthony Lawrence.
The guy from Even Stevens.
The guy from Even Stevens. Beans.
Beans. Oh, Beans.
Beans was the best, and he always talked about bacon and his cute little kid lisp and whatnot, and he
Yeah.
was just a good friggin' character. But at the time, I bought this like a year ago for my now fiance's birthday, and we were binge watching Even Stevens,
Yeah.
and we couldn't get over the fact at how good an actor Shia LaBeouf was even back then.
Right.
He was like very charismatic and expressional, and
Yeah.
he was very funny. Even for he's just hard to picture. Like if we're 10 years old, how can you be so good at acting at such a young age?
This is what I freaking wonder. And Home Alone.
Oh,
that
Macaulay
guy-
Culkin.
That guy.
How do they-
The Olsen twins.
The Olsen twins?
How do you just
Get it?
your mom gives birth to you, and then you're already spitting lines at 2 years old? Like, are you freaking kidding me?
I know, right?
Like, what are you doing? Like, what water are you drinking? Like, is it that California water? Like, where are you guys all from? Like,
Something's in the water. And
Tell
a
you
lot
that
of them,
for free.
a lot of them just originate from LA too. I can't give an exact example,
so
but
who gets paid like the highest on Cameo? Because there must be like celebs, like high paid celebs on there. So who's like?
here we go. So
Okay.
my two examples that I saw that were comparable
Yeah.
in fantasy worlds
Right.
is Tom Felton, who played Malfoy in Harry Potter.
Right. He would be highly paid.
$599 to book a personal video message with Malfoy.
And how many seconds are you getting?
It's only about a minute to 2 minutes.
And what the frick are you saying in 1 to 2 minutes?
So the point is, when you book this person, you
Yeah.
only have probably 125 characters to express what you want this person to say back to you. So you kind of have this small window to kind of discuss with possibly the person of your dreams what you want to talk about, really, or get a message
so
for.
what you're saying is you're not using spaces. You're literally just writing words, no spaces. Hopefully, Malfoy is reading this being like, I absolutely understand what she's saying. I know it's 90. I know it's 125 words in a row, but I absolutely know what she's saying. If she put a hashtag in front of there, I get it.
Get it.
Yeah.
He's so magical, he just gets it.
And he gets a 5.0 out of what? 5 stars out of
5 stars? He's so freaking good.
And he's English, right?
Yeah.
Because that would be even sexier.
He was actually
Can
trying
you
to.
be like? Can you show me your left nipple? Like my fiance is like obsessed with your left nipple, and like maybe
We
your
love
toe.
we love your left nipple.
Yeah.
We want to see your wand.
Yeah.
But
Hello, good morning. Good
oh, here's an
afternoon,
example.
or
Okay.
perhaps good evening.
Oh my God, he
This
is
a very
even
special
way.
message for Janae. Hello, my darling Janae. This is Tom Felton, or Draco Malfoy, in a Care Bears hoodie. Whatever, doesn't matter. My love. Today
My love.
is about you. We are here to celebrate your day. I hear 5-year engagement. Bloody hell. 5 wedding reschedules. Goodness gracious me. You're a patient fiance. Anyway, I hear
Is she?
rumors are amongst the mail that today, May 15th, you are getting married.
Whoop whoop! Congrats to them.
Congrats, guys.
I don't even know. I've known you all of
We don't know you either.
45 seconds. But no, seriously, I'm buzzing for you. I hope you
That's awesome. What a nice guy, and better looking with age.
I find that happens sometimes.
roll the cameras and quiet on set. Action. Jody. Hello, Jody, my darling. I can see you. Hello.
I can see you, boo.
Draco in a cardigan. Whatever you fancy, Jody, because today is your
Oh yeah, he plays and sings and stuff.
34th birthday. Yeah, congratulations. What a fantastic.
Because that's how
event
old
to celebrate.
Harry Potter fans
I'm
are
sure it
now.
wasn't quite how you were hoping
We're not in our 30s yet, but
We
that was like
we are young Harry Potter fans compared to what else is out there.
I'm sure you're all
fair
thinking
enougp. But we were like in that age bracket.
at this moment.
Like when the first Harry Potter movie came out, I was 10 and I saw it in theaters. For perspective.
Okay, so Harry Potter
Just for an eye,
or
I was
Lord of the
thinking
Rings, what came out
for-
first?
How long's it been, mate?
Well, the books of like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and stuff came out before Harry Potter. But so funny you brought that up. My comparison was Elijah Wood and Tom Felton. So Tom Felton is $599 to book,
Yeah.
but Frodo fucking Baggins is only $375.
Does he want to make money or is he just doing it for the shits and gigs? Like, what is he doing?
So like who prices them? Is it their management? Is it the actors themselves? Is
are
it
they
the
just like,
website?
Are they just like, okay, I don't fucking need to make money on this. I'm just doing it for the shits and gigs.
I
And like, what are people willing to pay? Because I did one movie and it's called Lord of the Rings, and literally I retired after that and fuck everybody else because I don't need more money. Okay, Elijah Woods, we understand.
we get it.
$3.99, fine.
He actually has done a lot of cool stuff after.
Absolutely, but I'm just saying, man.
No,
he
I
could-
know.
He could have retired after Lord of the Rings 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7.
Did you know that he was in Back to the Future and he was like a little tot?
Get the frick out! I love those movies.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah.
I think it was the second one, and he was playing it like an arcade game.
What is it?
In the diner.
Matthew Fox? Is it Matthew Fox?
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox. Yeah, that's crazy. And like, he was a looker too in that.
Legends.
That's
Absolute freaking
legend.
legends.
So Elijah Woods charges $3.99, like $399.
$3.75.
Sorry. Is that Canadian? Is that American? Or is that pounds?
It's American. It's American.
Okay, because if it was pounds, fuck me. That's like a lot of money. In American is a lot of money.
So do you want to guess how much I booked Stephen Anthony Lawrence Beans from Even Stevens?
$4.99.
No.
Higher.
Lower. How much was Beans from Even Stevens?
$2.50.
Lower.
$100.
Lower.
Are you serious? $25.
A little higher.
$50.
It was 45 US.
Are you serious?
Is it still that? Yeah. Okay. So here is a
Oh, Beans.
Yeah.
So what is he doing these days? Like besides
frickin' I
cameos?
know.
Fuck.
Freaking cameo for all
Yo,
of
he
our
probably retired after Even Stevens. Let's be honest.
for all of our nostalgic purposes. He's still on here. Beans.
How's it going, Jared and Lindsay? This is Stephen Anthony Lawrence, Beans from Disney Channel's Even Stevens. I was talking with your friend Cole. Cole's telling me that you guys just had your second kid, Owen. Well, big congratulations, guys.
He's probably like,
Big congratulations on the second kid. I'm just gonna let you guys know. If you decide to have a third, Bernard's a great name. Or even if it's a girl, it could be Bernadette if she could be Beans.
No.
Beans, you're plugging your name, eh?
Of nicknames and just a strong sounding name. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, big congrats. Thanks for being fans. Much love. wash your hands, eat some bacon, eat all the bacon,
Yeah.
bean. Ow.
Beano.
Okay.
Thanks, Beans.
Do you think any celeb has ever sent like a rude cameo? Like rude as fuck. Like
What's,
I don't know why the fuck I'm sending you this. I don't give a fuck about you. I'd rather shit on your face, but you
Take a
paid me
shit on your
$1,000.
chest?
You paid me $1,000 to send you this, so I might as well,
do whatever the heck I want.
suck my nipple. Suck my goddamn nipple.
Big Ed has been a very trending personality on Cameo from 90 Day Fiancé.
I love it. Yo, do you actually watch this? Oh, I love it.
Have I watched 90 Day Fiancé?
Yeah.
I've seen clips of it.
Okay.
Because you have to pay for it, right? I only watch the free ones on
Okay,
YouTube.
so I know he was dating like a Filipino chick, maybe, or
I think now he's with a different girl. I think that was on the show.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He would make so much money. I
If-
call him like no neck guy because there we go.
No neck Ed.
No neck head.
I mean, he's on his way to fame, I guess, if he hasn't already made it.
Okay, so so you look at Ed, and you're like, okay, his chick. I can't tell. I don't want to be like guessing her race.
I can't remember from the show.
Is she Thai?
Mate?
Filipino?
Filipino?
She's Filipino. Okay. Okay. So let's just say one of them cheated on each other. Do you think they would stay together?
I smell like.
Would they stay together for clout, for fame?
So, like, some of the situations on 90 Day Fiancé
Yeah.
is to marry them so you could stay in their country, right?
Exactly.
So it is, I guess, depending on what the other person coming to the different country wants, how long they want to stay there, what their intentions are.
Do
Because
you
they
think
are.
when they're filming? Do you think when they're filming like that? Do you think it's genuine, and do you think they're like, okay, run to each other in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
But even-
hug, and then what?
Even just based off, I
And
don't
is he
know
wearing
it
a
too well.
toupee?
I don't
Is
know
he wearing
it.
a toupee?
No.
No, that's
I don't
real.
know it too well, but just off of her facial expressions,
Yeah.
I think she's just being herself. Because some of her
Really?
facial expressions are very just like mundane and a little like startling and kind of rude when he asks or
This
tells
is
her
obviously
something.
his new boo, which is like no.
No. Oh, is it? I don't know.
You're tired of me asking about your past, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to play.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
See? Or she's just kind of like,
So there's a test that you can take.
You test me?
No, yeah, it's a test for
how much he loves,
I think at
how much
this
she
point,
loves you.
but English isn't her first language, right? So she's so focused on what he's saying. Look how focused she is.
Yeah.
this test to see
She doesn't like orange juice, apparently. It's still full.
transmitted disease.
Oh shit! So okay, that's pretty deep.
I was asking you.
Okay. Here's a freaking
So does that
question.
mean something's going on down there?
No. Here's a question. So you start dating someone new. You're not gonna start dating someone new. God forbid you start dating someone new, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're 33 years old. You're about to get in a relationship. You're gonna want to know if this guy has an STD. So do you ask him, hey, do you mind go getting a test? Like, I want to know, like, we're all clean. I'll go get a test. Like, how would you feel about bringing that up to someone?
I'd probably bring it up later on, not right away.
Okay, but what if you're having sex straight away?
Not
So
the way I
you're-
roll. Not the way I roll.
Okay,
You're not transmitted.
pretend it's not. Pretend that's all out of the way. Like, you're about to get into a serious relationship with someone. Like, this is marriage. And you guys, this is a commitment. Don't you want to know if this person has an STD?
Relationships.
Yeah, fair enough.
For your health.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay,
Would
so-
you?
Absolutely. I'd be like, hey, like, before we start, like, getting into this, like, and if this is what we think it is, like, I think we should both get tested just to make sure.
Yeah.
And not accuse them. I'm not being like, hey, like, I think you probably have an STD, like you're a good looking guy, you've definitely run the train. Like, no, like, it wouldn't be that. It wouldn't be that. It would be like, hey, like, you know, we're in our 30s, like, we're older, like, I think we should get tested just so we have like a clear state of mind.
It would be obviously good peace of mind, but I've never known anyone to do that, nor have I heard of anyone to
Are
do
you
that.
serious? Man, like, I know a ton of people to do that.
That have asked their
Yeah, like, man, it's like it's almost like when you're young, you don't want to ask, but when you're older, it's like
You care less.
You don't give a fuck, and
You care less.
You don't give a fuck, and you're just like, yo, are you clean or are you not? Like, if we want to engage in this and we want to have a future, like, let's just figure it out. Like, and if you aren't clean, like, we'll fix it and then we'll continue. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just to like, it's for your health and that person's health, and I think it's like a courteous thing to do, and I think it's like a respectful thing to do at the same time.
And responsible.
And responsible.
Most definitely. So if you were on Cameo
Yeah.
and you were to pick like your most favorite celebrity, who would you pick?
Oh my god.
And why, if you could top that off?
Could it be like celebrity or athlete or
Yeah, anybody can be on there. There's friggin' famous. There's famous pets on there.
There's like 90,000 people I would pick, but like one that would recently come to mind is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's a famous soccer player. He's
Zlatan.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I'm surprised you haven't heard him because you're a soccer player, but he's Swedish and he played for AC. He played for Man U. He's one of the best players in the world. Like, I think he's like 38, but he's still just fucking killing it. And he's tall.
He's tall. He's got long hair.
And man, he has long hair, and he just has this attitude like, I am king. I rule the world.
I'm freaking good at what I do.
He said on an interview, is like, I put Sweden on the map.
Oh, I did see that.
And I was like, you sure did, sexy thing. You sure did.
Swift feet. You got it.
Like, look at him, and you're like, yes. If I rocked up to your house one day with this guy, you'd be like, I'm not even shocked, surprised in the least. Not even
It's
shocked,
exactly
surprised
what you
in the
like.
least. Yeah.
So how much would you pay?
For Zlatan,
Zlatan, yeah.
I feel like he would go for like a couple thousand.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Elijah Wood, Frodo Baggins is only $375, and he's like,
Zlatan Ibrahimovic is one of the best players in the world.
yeah, but me as a soccer player, I've never heard of him, but I've heard of Elijah Wood, so the general population probably
because
knows
that's what you're-
Frodo.
But
the
okay.
general pop knows Frodo over this guy.
No, I disagree. And
Really?
you know what's crazy? I actually disagree with that.
Okay. But
Okay.
not everyone knows sports, but more people know movies, I think.
And again, like, I almost disagree.
You think more people know sports than
I think
movies?
soccer is one of the most popular sports in the world, and I think
I agree, it's a very-
Zlatan, it would be like, I have no idea who Cristiano Ronaldo is. That's what you're saying. He's up there.
Well, I know him, and I don't know this guy.
Yeah. That's like what we're comparing it to. Lionel Messi.
Know that guy.
Okay.
But I also don't watch professional soccer. It is a niche. It's like
It's
you
not
can-
a niche.
You can
It's
play.
not a
You can
niche.
play. There are soccer players that play soccer, and then there's soccer players that play and don't watch professional soccer. I've only recently got into watching Toronto FC in the past couple years, and that's very new.
Because how much fun are Toronto FC
Oh
games?
my God,
and
they're-
how many have we been to in the past couple of years where we just show up like
How do you remember how
a couple Caesars in?
how cool we got to play on the FC field in Toronto?
We've played on the Toronto FC field, which was like,
Quite legit feeling.
and it was pretty big and pretty exhausting, and it was turf at the time, right?
Yeah, it still was.
And we hung out in the change rooms, and we got to like kind of walk around, and it was
You're like,
actually, I know, it was actually like a really cool experience. And I forget who we played, and I don't know if it was a camp or we played someone, but
it
we
was
killed
like
it.
it was like a random day training camp. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like our full. I think it was our team, but there were a bunch of other teams there. It was just like a general.
But I know we played well. Like, I know we like really, we
Because
played
our
well.
spirits were high. It was like, this is so cool. Like, I
Yeah.
want to play really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And back then, it was like probably 10 years ago. The stadium was smaller.
yeah, they
Because
didn't have
ta-
they didn't have the extended bleachers
Yeah,
behind.
because the stadium is way bigger now,
Yeah.
and now they have like that on the field bar that we always chill at, which is like the best part. Come on, okay, if you're going to a TFC game, do it right, guys. Go on Groupon, buy those $22 tickets for whatever seat.
Yep.
Don't sit at your seats and go to the bar right behind the net and just enjoy yourself. You're gonna know you're gonna recognize someone you know. It's guaranteed.
That's a big secret we're giving out, so you're welcome. You can walk on the behind the field for free.
For free. And I've had people message me like,
Don't tell anybody.
yeah, guys, you're allowed to do it. I've had people message me being like, dude, like, who are you working for? Like, how are you down?
Don't worry about it.
How are you down on the field? I'm like, dude, like, I literally just walked down here. Like, fuck, I'm nothing special. Like, I'm wasted
No one
though.
stopped
Like,
me. No one
I'm
stopped
wasted
me.
though. Are you here? Like, and then Brendan Fattori's like, yo, what are you guys doing there? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing there?
So we had a friend when we were at the game. He sent us a picture. He was sitting behind us and he sent a picture of
Okay.
us. And
Yeah.
we were just like, whoa, there's everybody here. Everybody's in the stadium, I guess. Everyone knows us. Just kidding.
Well, he was like, he took a video of us zooming in, and we were like, huh?
What?
He was like, I see you guys. We were like, what the fuck? Out of all odds, it's Brendan. Brendan Fattori. I bet Brendan's never watched one of these podcasts full through, so he doesn't even know he's on it, which is the beauty of it.
We should
because
just keep bringing him up.
Yo, that's exactly what we're going to do. Yo, Brendan Fattori, you're going to be brought up every podcast, you freaking famous biatch.
Every podcast until your Instagram followers start going up. You're going to have no idea
You're
why.
gonna be like, why am I so fucking famous and have 1 million followers? Like, Brendan Kiss has been like,
Must be working out.
I must be squatting a shit ton.
So I guess I know your number one cameo then.
Who? Okay. I really like, not to do like a subject change, but I really wanted to get into like the fitness industry
Oh,
and
it's on par, I guess, with soccer and stuff.
yeah, for sure, and the self-love industry, and this could definitely tie into the soccer industry and like our how we identify with fitness through soccer and
Yeah.
self-love and just like the weight industry in general. So
I guess we could start it back from our perspective when we were younger and how.
yeah. So I guess for me, or this is just my take on, for us being athletes, fitness has always been like a huge part of our
Life?
our lives. Like
Our growing up, our livelihood.
and it's not something you even think about. It's just like, okay, I'm running 5 days a week and
You have to because you got to be ready.
but you don't even think about, oh, I got to be ready. Like when you're 16, you're not thinking about, am I fit enough to play in this game? You're just thinking like, okay, I've trained 5 days this week. Like you're not thinking about, okay, is my butt big enough? Are my legs jacked enough? Like you're not thinking about
I wasn't thinking
like,
about that. I was thinking about maintaining my level of stamina for gameplay.
So from the ages of like 10 to 19, what do you think about fitness wise, like body image? What are you thinking about? What were you thinking about personally?
Well, there's two. The way you said it there, I see two
Yeah.
sides to it. So when you're training for soccer, you see it as like, I have to play for 90 minutes for the most
Yeah.
part if you're not getting subbed off.
Right.
So you want to stay consistent with your fitness, but then you're getting ready for school and then your mindset is different. You're not thinking about soccer, you're thinking about how you look.
Okay, so school. Okay, so that's actually a really good topic of a conversation. So being a student athlete.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a student and you're an athlete outside of school, but also inside school because I'm sure you played sports inside of school, right?
Yep.
So when you're in school, how did you want to look versus how did you want to look in soccer?
Well, I'm kind of a far out example because from grade 9 to 12, I was quite in the emo/scene phase.
Right. So you
So-
show up to school with heavy makeup, heavy black makeup,
Band t-shirts, skinny jeans,
skinny
studded
jeans.
belt.
The moment you leave school, you get ready for practice, you're in soccer shorts, cleats, and
t-shirt.
how are you looking?
My hair is up and I'm a little bit of here and a little bit of there.
And so, like, did you feel like, okay, I'm emo at school and then I'm an athlete? Like, do you even think like that? Like, how are you thinking when you would transition to practice?
I think I was in the mindset of like, I love everything to do with this music that I'm listening
Yeah.
to, so I want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So I know I was in the mindset of like, I always want to look like
You embodied it. Like,
Yeah.
you're one of those people that, like, really embodied that band scene because I remember you were always at shows.
always.
You would sneak out. Sorry, Yvonne. And
Sorry.
Alex. Your daughter would sneak out.
Go to
How
shows.
often?
I would go to. Well, I would always tell them I was going to a show, But if they didn't let me go to a show, then I would go to it anyway somehow. And you know what?
I'm gonna go sleep over at so and so's, and we're just gonna it's gonna be a light night, like
It's gonna.
early night. We're gonna go for a run in the morning. You know what I mean?
But now I'm so thankful that I snuck out to some of those shows because they're the best memories of my life.
Oh my god, yeah. Can you just imagine like the euphoric feeling like, oh my god, we didn't get caught. We went to this amazing show downtown Toronto. We took the train back and we made it, and my mom didn't.
And
my
it's
parents
only
didn't
between
fucking
you.
know a goddamn thing.
You're showing me? Why? No. I was even looking
Yo, thank you, and guys,
I was
we're not
looking
talking
at
shit. This is what she looked like, and this is how we fell in friendship love.
Oh man. I was looking at the TV, but I wasn't even paying attention
Beautiful to me.
So this.
That vibrant purple hat. And purple is one of her favorite colors. Do we have anything teal? And the darkness. Darkness falls.
All dark with a pop of color. I'm still doing the same thing. I'm wearing all black and I'm wearing pink lipstick.
Dude, you have not changed that much, to be honest. I think you might have grown like an inch. And let me see you.
How am I doing it?
You know what it is? Your eyebrows. You fill in your eyebrows now.
Yeah, eyebrows back then were way different than they are now.
They look very pencil thin. Now you look very full and very shaped. And eyeliner.
Eyeliner was
Done
on the
prop.
bottom, not on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she definitely developed nicely. If
Yeah.
we can get a vote on that.
Yep.
But yeah.
I guess, well, how did you see it? You kind of saw my emo / athletic perspective,
so
which is very different.
I remember like meeting you and be like, okay, yeah, this chick is emo. But
But
when
when
I
I-
met you,
when I did
your
meet
hair
you-
was blonde.
Thank you.
Your hair was blonde. It wasn't like
Brown and blonde.
brown and blonde.
It had like
wasn't
blonde chunks in it.
Okay, Nikki, what are you doing here? Whoa,
Nikki, it's gonna take you a couple. Oh,
Whoa.
it's okay. It's not on the
Is
screen.
this my Facebook?
It's
Wow,
a-
is this what it looked like? Because this is not good.
This is fantastic.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, little baby Gaff.
Little baby Gaff.
Baby Gaff.
Okay, so I felt like I dressed pretty preppy back in the day.
I don't know, preppy. Preppy was like Hollister shirts with
That
collars.
was a sick shirt though. Like that was one of my favorite shirts. I used to wear high-waisted jeans as usual and boots. Like what's changed? I mean, yeah, no, much has changed. I feel like I've like really gotten into the fashion.
I love stripes. Oh, here you
Yeah.
are.
Ooh. I actually love this picture of me.
It's great.
I look so youth.
What year is it, Nick? 2013?
2011, 2012.
I remember. As for body image in high school.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So back to that. So
Yeah.
So when you were going to high school, do you remember being like, oh, I don't fit in my skinny jeans, like I have to lose weight, or
I can honestly, like, thankfully that never happened. I
Yeah.
think just because of how often we had to train. But I remember, it was kind of like a tough scenario. I remember wearing leggings on their own for the first time because before that, it was never a fashion sense just to wear leggings. I think we were like right in the thick of that when everyone started wearing like Lulu and TNA leggings or whatever the
and
heck.
how much were those? It was like Lulu, TNA sweaters, and what was that?
Bench?
Bench
Bench
that I was about to
jackets.
say.
With-
And everybody had to have those pop colored bench jackets, and it was like you look back and you're like, those are fucking gross.
Dude,
but you
sometimes-
had to have one.
I'm amazed sometimes at how much I know what you're thinking.
I know.
can just
I
say
knew
that.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew you were gonna say it. So thank you, because I was never gonna. I was
It's
never
okay.
gonna remember. But like,
But yeah, so I remember, I think I was in grade 10.
yeah.
And I remember I was going to a party. And I remember I didn't have like the expensive leggings. I had like Walmart version of leggings.
Yeah.
And I remember putting them on and being like, oh my God, like you can see everything. Like I'm used to wearing jeans and it's a little bit more disguised, right? But I had nothing to worry about. Like I was probably a size 8 in grade 10 or whatever the heck,
Yeah.
right? And you like, it's just crazy where your mind goes when you're that age. But
But where do you think those thoughts stemmed from?
everything.
Because it would have had to stem from somewhere.
So like we were bred into the initiation of
the-
social media.
The diet era, I think.
I was gonna say like from MSN, which wasn't really picture related, but to MySpace, which was where you started uploading pictures of yourself and trying to look your best. And then after that, not too long, was Facebook. And that is where
Okay.
you're trying to
Okay.
post good pictures of yourself.
Were you editing pictures back then? Like, was that a thing back then?
Not like to change your body like people do now.
Yeah.
And filters. Like we didn't have that, but I would edit a photo to change the color, or like add a sticker on
Okay.
it or something.
Okay. So, for me, I found this is just my opinion because man, I'm like super interested in how humans work and like how the brain works and how we respond to things and like what triggers us and like how we take on problems that we didn't even know we had and we didn't even know that were ours or are not ours. So I wrote down a couple things. I was thinking like today, I was like most like young females or males like take on body image issues when like subconsciously when they're young.
I think it's
When
worse.
they're-
I think it's worse now than it was back then.
100%. And you know why? I think when you're a young kid or a young baby or like just growing up and you're surrounded by that, and it's not that the people you're surrounded with are negative or toxic. It's that, okay, like this person is trying to lose weight and they're constantly on the next fad diet, or they're just trying so hard to be skinny or be fit, and they're trying this new diet, and then you watching that, you subconsciously take that on without even knowing as your own problem, and you grow up with those thoughts and with those feelings and actions because that's what you saw growing up.
Even like
And sadly, it's like your friends of the family, the ones you love, and you think about it and you're like our age now, you're like, okay, like, do I have body image issues, or was I just like raised around that kind of stuff, and I subconsciously just took on those issues and didn't even know I made them my own. So I'm like fighting these demons that aren't really even mine.
I think definitely when we were younger, that was definitely subconsciously there. Like even checking out at the grocery store, you'd see the magazines of all the celebrities of like the closest of them at the beach, and you're
Exactly.
like, what? So like,
Yeah.
why?
Edited versions of people.
Yeah, and cover girls and like,
But I know for once, like I know for me, like my mom wasn't being like, okay, like Chelsea, look at these magazines, they're all edited, like this isn't real, like don't pay attention, like do you know what I mean? Because
no one
my
will-
mom probably didn't even think about it.
yeah, no one. I don't think really anyone
No.
told us that how crazy edited and
Yeah.
yes, they look like themselves, but obviously they're airbrushed, they're touched up. They're tucked in here
Yeah.
and there. There are time
But-
lapses of these
Yeah,
edited and
but-
how different they look before and after.
100%. But the craziest thing is like people, like some people who grow up with body image issues, like if you really dug deep and kind of like got to the root of it, they might not even be your issues. You might just be taking on generation after generation after generation of issues that people in your family haven't figured out yet. So you have to be that person in the next generation to put a halt to it and figure out, okay, why do I think like this? Okay, why do people in past generations of my family think like this? How can I change this? And from that moment on, you are saving the generations beyond you.
I think I definitely.
A lot of mental health.
Oh,
like
it's so bad.
and,
yeah.
and you know what? Like it's crazy to say, and you see like videos about this all the time. Like it's unfortunate to be the one to stop those generational like mental health issues and like mental blurbs, but like someone has to do it, and like you don't want to pass on to your son or daughter
yeah.
those thoughts and those
I agree.
and that mindset, because it's so negative and it's draining, and you spend your whole life like, I need to fit in this way, I need to look this way because of this, I need to be, a size 2, a size 4, I can't eat a certain thing because it'll make me look like this.
And it might not just come from your parents or
Yeah.
these things. Like let's say it could come from your friends at that age when you're in high school.
But where does it come from them? Because usually, man, you're so young when you're in high school. Like, think
Yeah.
about how young you are in your high school. Who are you surrounded by the most when you're young? Your parents, your family. So it could have come from their family, passed on to them, passed on to you. Like,
Or someone they look up to
Like-
on these magazines and stuff because they're
Exactly.
successful.
exactly. And man, we were in the era of, okay, it was magazines back then when we were young.
That's crazy.
Now, if we were 16 right now, you have the internet to compare yourself to. And oh my
Instagram.
God, good for people bringing children into this generation, into this time of life. Because oh my God, like, you better be so on their mental health, and you better be just so like, the internet isn't real, social media isn't real, everything's edited. Like, people don't look like this. Like, everybody living on a beach, every photo, that's not real.
And for beach photos anyway, like, you see obviously everyone's body. So comparing like what we knew growing up, it was like, okay, you have to be stick thin because that's kind of what
Because-
the trend is. And now it's like people have thin waist, big boobs, and
Yeah.
big butts. Like, how does that trend, like, who defies that trend and how does it happen? And
Yeah.
then it makes you kind of think that way, like, okay, I have to look like this person
Yeah,
because it's all
exactly.
over my social media and that's all I'm seeing all the time.
In high school, like, for me in high school, I was like, oh, I'm not skinny enough. Like, oh, I have like a bit of cellulite. Oh, like, I'm not blonde enough. I'm not tan enough.
my
And
thighs,
then-
my thighs touch.
Yeah.
Remember having like a thigh gap was such a huge friggin'
guys,
thing.
Thigh gap, your genetically bone structured thigh gap doesn't mean you're healthy. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
had some guy the other day say, my fiance, she's had a thigh gap her whole life, and now she's losing her thigh gap. And I looked at a picture of her. I was like, because of her bone structure, man, it doesn't mean like, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean like,
He still thinks
sometimes it like it boggles my mind, and you know what's sad? It boggles my mind that people are still that unaware. Like, they lack
Yeah.
that they don't have self-awareness.
and that guy sounds like he's in towards his 30s and he's still got that mindset.
Yeah, and so does his wife. And I guess, I mean, maybe that's what they try to do each other.
Each other.
But yeah, so it's crazy to think about. I don't know.
Have you heard of the inverted filter on TikTok?
No. What is it?
So again, it's just kind of raising awareness about this topic. So an inverted filter on TikTok
Yeah.
shows you how the world sees you.
Okay,
So
okay,
it flips
so-
your face.
Okay, so isn't it like, what do you look like symmetrical? Are you symmetrical?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it like? The world sees you as the right side of your face.
Exactly. Or
Okay,
whatever.
but do you think that's real?
Click on the effects.
Well, the camera is mirrored, right? So it is how people see you. It's how it's flipped, right? So, but again, it's just degrading all
I
of
don't know, man. I think all that shit is bullshit. Like,
No, man,
why
you
are we
should see- you should see
I
it.
absolutely. I know. I agree with what you're saying. Like, this is scientific facts, but I think the fact that
it's
I was listening to something today. The fact that I understand what you're saying. Like, this is facts, but the fact that society is so like hyper focused on, do you have a symmetrical face? Like, what do you look like to other people?
everyone
the
is
fact
it's
that's-
fixated on what they look like, and it's degrading their minds.
And
Yes.
and that's why young girls at 22 are getting Botox, and girls are getting fillers and eyebrow lifts,
Butt lifts.
and when people wouldn't get that till their 50s.
Yeah.
They're 50s, and you're getting that at 20. This is what's wrong with society. Society has made, for younger people, youth culture, like, society has made everything revolve around being youthful. Like, if you're not youthful, you're dead. You're not attractive. Like, aging is bad. Okay, would you rather age or would you rather be dead? What would you rather do?
I would rather age.
Exactly. Would you rather age healthy or would you rather be dead at 35?
I would be healthy.
So it's like people don't ask themselves, oh my God, I like never want to get old. Okay, so you never want to get old? That's fine. Okay, so die at 35.
But can you imagine if we were 22 in this kind of realm of like big lips and fake hips? If we were to get that, I would regret it so much if we were this age right now.
Yeah.
Because it's a trend.
It's a trend, and that's what people don't know. And I honestly think, dude, social media is totally fucked up.
Yeah, they fucked up
the
hard.
world.
Yeah.
Instagram, and I guess it's really how you see it. Like, we have a business on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You have multiple businesses. We're doing a podcast on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and it's great for that because we get
Exactly.
we get to talk about, we get to spread our word, we get to like talk to everybody, reach out to everybody, and it's awesome. We get to
great
reach
in
out
that
to
aspect.
people
Yeah.
worldwide, but it depends on how you use it. Or are you using it to compare yourself? Are you using it to be like, oh, I don't look like this filtered version of this girl who has big lips and it was edited this photo so perfectly that her teeth are white and straight. It's just so fucked up, man. And I still catch myself doing it, and I hate it.
But we're
mindlessly scrolling, and that's why. And you can vouch for this. I delete Instagram for like months at a time.
Yeah, I agree. It is good to take a social media break. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it too constantly, too back and forth with it, then it is still, you're playing a mental game with yourself with it still.
Yeah.
But I think we are past the wave of how bad it is right now. I think because we are old enough now to look down upon that and kind of see what the problem is.
Can you imagine not being self-aware about it though?
And that's what's happening. But that's what's happening. And so if we can give you any advice to anybody that's listening,
Yeah.
don't make these strong decisions about what you look
Guys,
like.
having a symmetrical face doesn't mean shit. What the fuck is a symmetrical face? Symmetrical face does not mean you are. Having a non-symmetrical face doesn't mean you're ugly. You are beautiful just the way you are. Like, why did society make everything become so youth oriented? Like, no, like age with beauty. And it's not about, honestly, like you could see a hot person walk by you and they could be the biggest asshole and
Yeah.
they just look ugly straight away.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly, at the end of the day, you're going to be 90 looking back and you're going to think it really all was like what it was on the inside, because how you feel on the inside is what you project on the outside. And man,
It's more, you'll be known for how genuine you are opposed to what you look like.
Exactly. It's like, at the end of the day, like spirituality, religion or not, like, did you do the right thing? Were you a good person? Did you do right by you? Did you do right for people? Like, in the hard situations, did you do the right thing? Yes, I know, like, the right thing sometimes feels like the wrong thing, but, like, did you do the right thing? And that's almost like spirituality in itself.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Always do the right thing, even if it's hard. Like don't lie, don't cheat. Obviously, don't kill because that's fucked up. Like, but like, and like friends, like always care for each other. Like always be there for each other. Like, you might not be close with each other. Like you can be best friends, like family, sisters, but you're not always gonna be close. But you're gonna know, like, okay, like everyone changes, but as long as like you give that person growth and you let them grow, you're always gonna come back together. You're always gonna come back together, and I truly believe that. Like, I cannot see someone for 5 years and like and like hit it off with them straight away.
I was obsessed with this when I was a kid.
I know.
Were you?
Wasn't this like it ended up being like a sexual? Nick, I'd shut it off because I thought there was like shit going on there.
No, I just, the story behind that was that he did a live show and he caught fire or something, and then kind of,
Oh yeah, maybe.
that was like the rumor back in the day with it anyway.
Okay, so let's just fire off. Let's lighten the subject.
Okay, definitely.
Okay, so I wrote.
At the end of the day, don't be a dick.
Yeah, guys.
And love yourself. That's all.
Seriously, guys, look in the mirror and be like, for some reason, God, spirituality, the universe chose me to look like you, and this is the body I was given. But honestly, like, your body is just the vessel, but your soul is what like keeps you alive.
I think beauty is subjective like art.
Thank you.
Beauty is very subjective like art.
That
like,
was one of my questions.
everyone will have a different opinion. There's no
Yes.
one true
Thank you.
answer to whatever beauty is.
Okay, so what makes a person beautiful to you?
Exactly what I just said. It's subjective, so it depends, let's say, on who they are as a person.
Are you serious, Nick? We're having like a meaningful conversation. You're burning Barney. I saw him shaking. I was like, why is he laughing? Oh, fuck.
Someone's just like,
We're trying to like, there's a Barney.
there's a dark demon in my Barney and he's gotta go.
Okay. Can we like get into some like gospel shit? Macaroni. Bring it back to macaroni. Okay.
Macaroni.
Okay. What makes a person beautiful to you? Fast forward. Go.
Definitely, I'm gonna say how well I'm gonna say jive with them, like how much I click with the person. Personality is huge. Beauty, like you can always find something beautiful in someone, whether they have beautiful eyes or a beautiful smile.
Okay, so what you're saying is it's looks.
No, I just said I start off with personality.
Oh, I know. Okay, so
it's everything. It's
Okay.
it's how you interact with them.
Yeah.
How you engage with them, and how well you become friends, or how well
Yeah.
your relationship is from the start.
right.
But as for like, if you want to talk about the outside, like there's
Right.
always something that is beautiful about someone.
Right.
Like you have beautiful eyes.
You do too.
Thank you. I wish I had blue eyes.
No, but I like your eyes.
Thank you.
They're very pretty
Oh, thank you.
because they're like a light hazel, and sometimes they look yellow.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know, I like that because werewolves have yellow eyes.
And Rogie is dark. She's very dark. But
And it's how they treat people. If
You're right.
If someone's beautiful, if they treat someone well, and not even as like a very honest instance, like if you see someone open the door for you, like that's just a cherry on top, right? You can just
Yeah.
tell when someone is a good person from knowing them for a little bit of time. You get to
Yeah.
know someone over time, and you really understand how they are as a person.
I think you're a good person.
I think you're a good person too.
Don't make her cry.
And that's why we're friends, because we understand each other and we know
Yeah.
that we're good. If I had a bad vibe about someone, I knew that they genuinely weren't a good person, or they
Yeah,
like
I
to
feel like
they
you
like to
wouldn't
fuck
reach
their
out to
friends
them.
over, or
Yeah.
like you just had like a little off about someone, then you wouldn't be friends with them as much.
I know. I feel like if you want someone in your life, you will make the effort to keep them in your life.
So what do you think is like what makes a person
What makes a
beautiful
person
to you?
beautiful? I think what makes a person beautiful to me is when they're kind.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's the little kind things that
it's-
really, it's like all the little kind things, or
Yeah.
even one or two kind things, and you're just like, okay, I see you for who you are,
Yeah.
and then you just click. I think then you just click.
And then you don't think about it.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, I understand you. I know you're a good person. I
Yeah.
know you're nice. You're genuinely nice, and you
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of understand if someone's being fake, right?
Yeah.
You can get a little glimpse of that.
You get like this gut feeling, but then sometimes you have to like sit with that feeling and you have to question it and be like, okay, is it because I don't know this person yet, or is it because I've seen enough of this person that okay, like I kind of know like they're maybe bullshitting, but like I'd like to say like I'm the type of person who gives someone like multiple chances because I don't like disliking somebody.
Oh,
And it doesn't feel well with me.
It takes a lot to dislike someone for me. Like it takes a
Yeah.
lot, but unless like right off the bat you're like,
If someone in front of me punched someone in the face, I'd be like, okay, well, probably not. Right? Or like just something like fucked, or like
just something so far out, you're just like, nope, that's okay.
Yeah, that's a bit
That's a bit
far-fetched.
psycho, a little
That's a bit far-fetched, isn't it, mate? Like we're probably not gonna click, but that's fine.
Psycho.
Yeah. But like you're not meant to it's crazy you're like not meant to click with everybody.
I know, definitely.
And like me and you are so different, but like so the same at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know either.
Because if everybody's looking like I'm not that blonde chick, and she's a dark chick,
dark
and
is
people
the
are like, how did you guys mix? And we're like, we don't know, but like, we're gonna like search forever to find out.
We're gonna keep going there.
Yeah, because we love each other. And I love you.
And I love you too. Definitely. Well, obviously, it's a sports thing. That's how we met.
Probably. Yeah.
So we had that general. You're beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's true. So we had that original
Yeah.
initiation of sports, but
Okay.
I think you're a hilarious person, and I think generally people can see me as like a 50-50. It's like I can be very shy or I can be very outgoing, but you bring out the outgoing in me. So I know that's why I really like you. And that's why I personally gravitate towards friends in my life that bring that out in me.
Right.
Because I genuinely appreciate always being lively and always being bubbly and always being
Yeah.
out there and wanting to do the next thing and the next adventure and always like
Yeah.
go, 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 go. So
And it's funny to say, but like you can almost bring out the chill in me.
Oh,
Because
yeah?
Not only like do we do so much shit, we also just chill.
chill the heck out. Sit on the couch for 3 hours and eat popcorn.
Bro, we could sit and watch TV, eat popcorn, eat food. That's probably our love language for each other. It's food and sitting and just looking at something and not talking. But it's fine.
You know, okay, you know what that reminded me of?
What?
Being very, very comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
I remember you had a question for me on your list of questions.
Okay.
Is when is it the time in your relationship with
To start
with
pooping.
someone to start pooping in front of someone or farting? When do you start farting in front of your significant other?
Yeah, so the question was, when is it the right time to start pooping in
Pooting.
front of your... Pooting.
Pooting.
To start pooping in front of your significant other. So I'll ask you
Okay.
with Nick. So when was the first time...
Nicky.
So when was the first time Nick shit in front of you?
My first.
Straight away, first date.
Is he putting up a shit video? Because I'll die. I remember it wasn't a poop. I don't remember the first poop. I remember the first fart, which is so fucking weird.
Yeah, but your memory's on point.
Like, why do you remember that?
Yeah, right.
So I remember we were like play wrestling and play fighting.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, right.
so you're really giving it your all. Like, you're really just like,
You're really tense,
You're
bro.
really-
You're like honestly clenching.
So my legs were wrapped around
Yeah.
him and he was kind of bare wrapped around me. So we were like two snowballs into one big snowball. And
Where were you? Scene. Where were you?
in my bedroom.
Oh, in Bowmanville, at her parents' house. So
Yeah,
picture this: we're both buttoning and sitting on the bathroom floor. Get that I can And your mom walks in. She's like, "Oh my god, I had no idea. Alex, come up here." They're like buttoning and standing on the bathroom floor.
How could I forget that? I could never forget that. So, okay, it's such a good song. Standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
Okay, continue. Check.
We can't even play this song.
Wasn't me. Okay, continue, go.
So the rest of my farting story was literally my legs were wrapped around him and I
Yeah.
squeezed him and it was just a little,
Okay, so it wasn't a full like prank.
but it was the first time I remember we had farted in front of each other and it was kind of just like, all right, well, that's broken. Now we can just do it whenever we want.
And how many weeks?
It was probably like,
Don't say days. Because if you said days, I'd be like sick. I love that shit.
It was 2 days, 16 hours, 31 minutes, and 42 seconds.
When he
Farted
farted on
for
me.
the first time. But as for pooping story, I don't really remember the first time you pooped. I just happen to remember the first time you farted in front of me, and then the rest is history.
And you started farting in front of him?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
I was like, thank God you did it first, because I didn't want to do it first.
Daddy, thank God.
And it was accidental, so I was like, okay, well, that was probably the best case scenario.
Did you guys laugh and you're like, and in your head you're like, fuck, thank God.
He definitely had like a nervous laugh, and I was just like dying laughing.
Of course, because like you think it's hilarious because farting is hilarious, but in both of your heads you're like, oh my God. Like he's probably freaking out and you're like, yes, like I'm about to rip one anyway.
Thank God. Do you remember your first fart/poop story? I'm such a child when it comes to poop and fart jokes. I just love all of them.
I do have a couple, but it's like...
Which one do I pick from? I got so many.
I don't even know which one's better. I don't even know if I can tell them on the podcast.
Well, we can do everything, but we just...
Sponsored by Life Raft.
Okay, if it's sponsored by Life Raft, then fucking A, I'm shouting it out. Okay, let me just look at my farting notes.
We can say any story but no names, and then everything's safe, right?
Okay, so I actually don't know which one's better. Shoot, I actually don't know which one's better.
You guys are in an hour.
Are we actually?
Okay, so let's just
1 hour of a good time, am I right?
1 hour of a good time. Okay, so
we can just wrap up with this poop story, and then we'll...
Okay, but it's like which one? Okay. Oh, I actually don't know which one.
Well,
if you guys, I'm gonna tell you after this podcast, and you're gonna be like, I don't fucking blame you for not knowing.
I'm gonna ask you. Well, what comes to mind is the most memorable? 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, what is it? Spit it out.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the least bad one, and then you're gonna be like, holy fuck, what's the bad one? Okay, so
no, I want to hear the bad one.
I was like,
I want to hear the bad one.
No. Okay, so when I was like 23, I was like dating this rapper, and it was the first time I ever tried MDMA.
Ooh.
So me saying that, you're like, I wonder what the bad one is. So I tried MDMA for the first time, and it went through me. Like, it hit me and it went through me. I ran to the bathroom, and MDMA, I guess, it like really makes you fart and shit, right?
Really?
Yeah. So when it went through me, I ripped like probably a 45-minute fart. Probably
how good did that feel?
It was probably like an opera singing, like.
it goes into like. My heart will go on and
if for 45 minutes, like, man, I could have had 2 cups of teas, like had a nap, like that's how long it went for.
But how good did it feel to get that out?
Excellent. But when I walked out of the bathroom, I couldn't tell if people heard it or not.
There were people there.
I was at the rapper's apartment,
but there were other people
and he
there?
was outside the door.
Just listening. I want to hear what you're doing in there. Are you farting?
Pretty much. And dude, you don't even want to hear the bad story. But guys, we're gonna wrap that up. Maybe continue for the next podcast. But guys, so we love you, Life Raft. Thank you so much.
Life Raft sent us the most beautiful package, and we are so happy you did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15.
Are you kidding
Life
me?
Rafts. Are you freaking kidding me? Life Raft, thank you so much. Shout out to Iconic Brewing. They were on Dragon's Den. You guys are fucking awesome.
We love you. We love you.
I think Iconic Brewing also makes like Cottage Springs, like Cabana,
Liberty Village ciders.
Liberty Village ciders, and like a wine spritzer.
I
So
love
guys,
those.
like, shout out to you, and like guys, tune in next Sunday. Happy Caesar Sunday, or Happy Caesar National Caesar Day. Sorry, Nick.